May I have an explanation as to why I am in Paris right now? What am I doing here? How did I get here? What the hell is going on, brother? I've been sitting here for so long trying to find a server that works and is good. There was one server I found that had fucking 30 ping. 30. But you wanna know something? You wanna know something that happened? I wasn't even allowed to load into that server. I was in there, it never loaded. I was never able to get past the black screen. It was a perfect server. It was incredible. But I never got to see the name of the server, so I can't go back there and rejoin. So I'm just trying to get back there. I could play on the servers that I found that are like decent, or I could try. That's even worse. How did they get worse? Where am I? Fucking Brazil? Where am I? Where am I right now that I have 254 ping? Where am I? Where am I, brother? How am I getting 254 ping? Where the hell even is this? Where am I? I'm in Singapore. Yeah, thanks, Arcane Odyssey. What am I doing in Singapore? What am I doing here? It's been nothing but this. I have not gotten on a server that is actually good for me in like 10 attempts. And before this, I got stuck in a cutscene, and it was every single server I got stuck in a cutscene. And it was every single good server. And I bet even if I got past that black screen on that really good server, I still would have gotten stuck. That's exactly what would have happened. The only reason, it's because they're trying to prevent me from speedrunning this shit. I tried skipping through the dialogue, and it froze me on a cutscene. I was frozen. I had to leave the entire game. I couldn't just exit to the main title. I had to leave the entire video game. I had to press escape, L, and enter, brother. I shouldn't have to do that, and I'm already back in a fucking terrible server. What are they doing? Why am I back in Singapore, man? Is this the same server? Why are you putting me in Singapore? What am I doing here? I have no connection to any people in here. I don't know a single person in Singapore, bro. What am I doing here? I have like fucking 6 times the normal ping. No, it's like 10 times the ping that I want. What am I doing here? And it's not even gonna load in. Are you serious right now, bro? Even in a server like this, you just don't load in. Not even in a fucking terrible server will it let me load in. It's let me load in the past. It's literally just a dice roll. There are so many bugs. You can just simply not load in. You can get stuck in a cutscene and have to leave the entire game. You're gonna get stuck up in the sky and have to kill yourself, or have to like leave the game again. I had that happen when I was doing a goddamn cargo run, like all the way from Samaria to the fuck. I was going all the way from the Nimbus Sea to the Bronze Sea, all the way over to Redwake. And you wanna know what happened to me when I spawned into the Bronze Sea? I was in the sky. I was in the skybox. What am I doing up there, brother? What am I doing up there? How did I get there? Why am I there? How is that? I thought it was something I said to myself. Oh, this will be fixed in full release. It wasn't. There's so many things they didn't fix in full release that I thought they would. The thing is, I think they got very tunnel vision. They wanted to make their features, and they did make a lot of features. They made a lot of stuff. But some things they just didn't put any effort into. Like some bug fixes that have been here for fucking years. That I was like, oh, they'll fix this in full release. They didn't. They absolutely did not. Not even close to fixing it. Okay, I can't even. Why even show it to me? Why even show it to me? That's another thing. Why even show it to me then? If I'm not allowed to be there, why even show it to me? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Oh, gooning. Oh, gooning. Why even show it to me? Let's see. Is this server good? What's it look like? It's decent, but it's not 30 ping. Not what I saw before. You could have just let me load into that 30 ping server. You could have just done that. This one's pretty good, but it's not 30 ping. There was something better for me, and I know there was. You tried to hide it from me, but I know it's there. I know it's out there. You're trying to hide something from me, and I won't let it happen. Whatever. I will find that fucking server if it's the last thing I do, brother. I was literally in it. I was in that server. Why is it gone now? Also, why are the Nimbus Sea servers still so small? The Nimbus Sea is huge, and there's like way more islands now. I just don't get that. I think it's still 6 players maximum. That is incredibly small. Why is it so small? It's such a large area. There's definitely space for a couple more players, but I don't think they increased it at all. Not a single like fucking centimeter it's increased from the last time. I think it's even decreased. I think it used to be 8. I don't even know. What's this one look like? If it'll let me in, bro. I'd love to be in here. Okay, is this one not gonna work? Doesn't seem like this one is gonna work at all. See, this is the thing I don't understand. They have you in the loading screens for so long, like an. Why am I? What was that? Well, why was there a bird? What was that? This is the thing I don't understand. They have you in this skybox because that's where you are. When you're loading in, you are in this skybox. They have you in it for so long, sometimes forever. But they still somehow make it so you can sometimes just spawn up there. How can you be up in the sky for potentially an infinite period of time, yet somehow that's still not enough time for them to just make you go to where you're supposed to spawn? They have so much time. They have so much time. And it's such a long, like, loading screen, too. You wait so long, and still somehow that's not enough for them. They still spawn you in the sky. And if you're doing a cargo run where you have a bunch of if you have a bunch of stuff on your ship, or you have like a bunch of stuff in your pocket, you can't kill yourself. Because you want to know, because you'll lose money. And if you have like a lot of money in your pocket, you don't want to lose that money. And it's just like I shouldn't have to lose money at all. Even if I don't care about the money, I shouldn't have to lose that money. It's not my fucking fault I spawned it up in the goddamn sky. It's not my fault. Like it just makes no sense. Especially if you have like a bunch of cargo on your ship. You could just disappear into the fucking aether if you kill yourself. You can't leave the game because then you just lose anyways. It's like there's no point. How does this server look? If it'll ever let me in. Which at this point I don't think a single server will ever let me in again. It is so hard to just join a good Arcane Odyssey server. It is so hard. It is almost impossible to join a good Arcane Odyssey server. They don't even let you. You can find a perfect one. Literally perfect. The lowest ping you've ever seen in your entire life. But they won't let you in. They will not let you load in. So then you have to leave. And you'll never know the name of that server again. Why don't they just display it in the corner? Why don't they just do that? Why do they not just do that? They show that up there. They show US, they show the version of the server, but they don't show the name of the server up there. And if they did, and it was in the way, just have it so you could click it, and it disappears. Why not just have that? Because I'm not allowed in these servers. I'm not allowed in these servers. If I could see the name of that server and just go in there and not have to deal with this shit, that would be so awesome. I wouldn't have to do this shit every single time. Every single time the game decides not to load, every single time a cutscene breaks and I get kicked out of the fucking server, effectively, because I'm not allowed to be there anymore because I can't just reset. Also, why is there not a button in the corner of a screen, in the corner of the screen that says skip cutscene? That's a feature in like every single story game ever. How is that not a feature in Arcane Odyssey where the majority of your playtime is in the storyline? That's their main thing. They love their storyline over there. But they don't let you skip cutscenes? Why? It'd be so great for people to avoid shit like this. Shit like this. Or a skip loading fucking thing. Or just like, oh, if the game is not loading, you get, what am I doing in Australia? What am I doing in the Upside Down? What am I doing here? This is what I'm saying, bro. What am I doing in Sydney, Australia? What am I doing here? I am not supposed to be here. How do you find a good server? How do you do it? You can't gamble for it because they put you in fucking Australia. Can we region lock our servers or give us the option? Oh, when I press continue, put me in a server that's in my goddamn region. Or how about this, Roblox? Roblox, how about instead of prioritizing, put a bullet in my skull. How about instead of prioritizing predators on your platform, you make it so you don't automatically join your friends, so then you're always joining the exact same fucking server and you can't join a random one. Why can't we just join random servers? Why can't we do that anymore? Who took away our ability to join random servers? If there's somebody in any server in any game you're trying to play, and you try to join a random server, no, you're in there. It doesn't matter where they are in the world, you're in there with them. You're trapped in there. You can't get out. If you try to, you have to look through the player list fucking tediously, go through every single server and find a server that's good for you, because they don't show it on the server page. They show you how many people are in there and what they look like. Also, why would we care about what they fucking look like? That's another thing. That it doesn't matter. Why don't you show the region that they are in? We have to add that into our servers in games. People have to add that into their game to make it so we can see that. Why do we have to do that? Why do we have to do that? I don't understand that at all. Also, why even show it to me? Why even show it to me? Why am I allowed to see it? I don't understand. You said 5, but okay, I mean, I guess so. I guess that's how that works. I guess I'm a fucking moron and I don't understand numbers. Let's see 4. There we go, we're in. I hope I'm able to fucking load into this shit. That'd be great for me, I'd love that. It'd be pretty fucking sick if I could load into the fucking video game so I could play it. And it's not even a good one. Technically a good one, but I'm looking for 30. There was like one singular server that had 30 ping. And I'll probably never find it again. I will never find that server again. There's no way. It'd be easier if I could just... It'd be so much easier if I could just go, oh, change server. That'll surely let me go to the server list. No. Friends only. Why? Why is it all about friends? It says change server, not join a friend. It does not say join a friend. So why? I don't get that. I don't understand it. You said change server. So let me change my goddamn server to a server that... Let me put a fucking roulette thing in there. That let me put me in a fucking server that's in my region. Let me go through the server list. Pick areas that are good for me. Dallas, Los Angeles, anything in the US. Let me choose those. And then I'm only allowed to be randomly put in those. If I go in the server list and pick a server that's in fucking Australia for some reason, let me in. If I choose that, it doesn't matter. Who cares, brother? Who cares? But if I'm trying to find a server that's good for me, don't put me in France. Don't put me in Paris. Don't put me in Australia. Don't put me in Brazil. Don't put me in Japan. Don't put me in Tokyo. Put me in fucking the United States of America. That's where I live. So put me there, brother. And let me guess, this isn't the United States either. This is not the US. I would not be getting 200 ping in a United States server, brother. Why? What am I doing in Singapore? I am not from Singapore! What am I doing here? What am I doing here? What am I doing in Singapore, brother? I am not Singaporean. Or whatever they're called. I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Put me in a server that's actually in my region, or at least in the United States, brother. Put me in fucking New York, I don't care. As long as it's in the fucking United States, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. And also, on this server list, could you allow us to enable, if I'm looking at only Nimbus C or Bronze C servers? Why do we not get that choice? That's something that should have been added in full release too. Why didn't we do that? Why isn't that a thing we did? Why was that not added? What were we doing instead of doing that? What I'm probably gonna have to do is individually go through every single United States server until I find the one, and I'm not even allowed to be there. Also, why do you take me to the friends thing? Why don't you just say, oh, you're not allowed to be there, and then just go on with it? Why do I get put there? Let me still look through, because I have to scroll all the way back down to where I was. It's just such a headache, bro. It's such a headache. They could have made this easier or better in full release, but they didn't. They had their priorities on other stuff. What they added was cool, but like, I'd like to be able to actually fucking do shit. I'd like to be able to join servers better. Because if you can't even get into a good server to experience the things that they added into the fucking update, then what's the point, brother? How are you supposed to experience the good things if you can't even get to them? You're infinitely trapped in servers that suck shit through a fucking crazy straw. This shit sucks. It's awful. Is this server good? It's below 50, but it's not 30. It's probably the best I'm gonna get. I'm still not happy that I wasn't allowed to be in a fucking server that was actually genuinely perfect. They literally just kicked me out. They held me at the fucking door and kicked me in the bum for no reason. I don't understand why I wasn't allowed to be there. That's so fucked up. I want to be in that 30 ping server. I want to be there. I want to be there, bro. I want to be there. I really do want to be there. You know, fuck it. I'm. The hell is that? Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I don't care. If it's the last thing I do, brother. Let's try the roulette again. Let's see if I get put in a server that's at least in the United States. Good? Bad? Can I look closer at that number, bro? 66? 46? Hold on. Hold on. 49? Staying at 49? Or 48? Whatever that is. 47? 50? Okay. Whatever. Whatever, bro. I can't believe they added fucking sunburns to the game before they made it so the fucking server list was good. They do not have their priorities right. Like, at all. Can we also talk about how fucking Spirits, the flight animation for Eagle Patrimony, it actually sucks shit through a crazy straw. It's awful. You literally just like it's like the fucking it's like fucking virtual. It's like futures made of virtual insanity will always make you yell about this love we have for futures made of. It's you just actually like float towards them in like a punching like animation. Because I think what they did for most of their spirit shit is they just copy and pasted effects and like the spirit shockwave. That is just an exact replica of the placed explosion ability for magic, and that's fine. But like, you could at least try a little bit harder on Spirit Flight. You could at least give it something. You have so many animations you could have put there. You have so many animations you could have put there. Why am I just floating towards them? Why am I floating towards them like that? Why? Why does it look like that? It looks so ass. It looks so ass, bro. It looks like shit. And I'm not even at Y. That is the ultimate disrespect. They don't even let me in the fucking title screen. They hate me that much. Kick me in the fucking nuts. Why? Let's go gambling! I love gambling! I love it! I love it! I love it! Oh, how I love gambling. Is this also a bad server? I'm seeing like above 100 ping already. Where am I? Where am I? What am I doing in London? Okay, here we go. Fucking an hour? 1 hour? Brother, what? 1 hour? Oh my god! Can't believe this shit. What even is it? Let me look at the news. Never mind. That's not even that. It's just a random announcement. What will this even be? Shut up. Fuck off. I have an idea as to what I can do during this entire hour. I can go shower, because I haven't yet today. And I was supposed to in the morning. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that instead of spend another minute on this planet with these animals. I hope they fix this in that update that's coming out, because this kind of fucking sucks. This sucks ass. This is terrible. This shit is awful. This is awful, bro. This shit sucks. Oh, gooning. Up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right. Oh, gooning. I just realized for a recording like this, I'm still gonna have to put in fucking the editing software, because I separated the audio from the video. Yahoo! Even a terrible ass video like this, Yahoo! I love it. A video where I literally do nothing. It's pretty sick. Oh, how I love it. I'm such a fool. Should have just turned up my fucking volume on OBS on my mic. Would have been so easy. Would have been so easy for you, but you just chose not to. You chose to not do a single thing as to what I was telling you to do. And you'll die for it. And it's awesome. So, yeah. How about that? Bruh. How do you feel about that? Nerd. Get out.